Well, anyway, so we're back again. I've unzipped my mouth, you know. You know, zip. You have a zip here. Shh, zip, zip. I have my lips can keep moving, you know. I can keep talking. All right. So we were talking here about Magna Graecia, means the Great Greece. This is the country called Greece, but the Great Greece includes us today here, because many Greek ideas are with us today. The Greek, we all know the story is that Rome conquered Greece because it had a military power. But Greece conquered Rome with its culture. In other words, 罗马控制希腊，因为它用武器的。But Greece conquered Rome. 但是希腊控制罗马，因为它用这个文化。So that's soft power. In English they call soft power. What is soft power? Power soft power is for example, Métis, advertising, books, literature. That's soft power. Soft power. For example, Xi Jinping, he opened up many places in the world is a Confucius Center. Confucius Center. 所以他用孔子的思想为控制这个世界。That's using soft power. He uses Confucius. Now, as we haven't got much time about this, I just want to say something. We are saying that Greece conquered the world with soft power. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Because we are talking about truth, okay? What is truth? Now, the Greeks tried to think about it. The Romans tried to think about it. The English, Trump, everybody thinks about this truth, about this great power, the Greek thought. But where do we find all this thing culminating? What is the end product? All this Greek thought, the Roman thought, the Chinese thought. We said yesterday the culmination is the Mass. But that's a shortcut. That's a shortcut. We'll say that. We'll tell a little story. You know, Jesus Christ was condemned to death. And he was standing here. Jesus Christ was standing here. He was bleeding. He was bleeding. He has a crown of thorns. And he was waiting to be crucified. You can imagine, Jesus was there, powerless. He looked, he has nothing. He has nothing. Jesus was there, his face is streaming with blood, and in a few days, in a few hours, he will be put on the cross. And Pilate said to him, "Oh, so I hear, so you are a king." 他说，我听说你是一个国王。他的意思你是国王。He said, "This man, look, how could he be a king? He has bleeding here, and he's going to be crucified, 钉十字架. How can you say that he is going to be a king?" And how did Jesus? He's waiting there, the Lamb of God suffering, and what did he say? He says, "You're right." Basically, you're right. That is why I came into the world. 他说你是对的，这个是为什么我来这个世界。意思说我来这个世界变成一个国王。He said, "Yes, I'm a king." Hard to believe. The guy had no army, no strength, nearly no blood, and he said, "I'm a king." What's going on here? There's something very odd. And Pilate was very confused, like us. You see, this man is going to be crucified. He is bleeding. How can he say he's a king? And then what did Jesus say? That is why I came to the earth, to be a witness to the truth. 他说我来在这个世界为证明真理，为证明真理 to be a witness to truth. But what's the connection between truth and king? How can I be a king and truth? What's the connection? We can see Pilate was looking at him. He said, "Yes, I'm a king. I come to give witness to the truth. Those who are of the truth will hear my voice." So we just look at this. Just think about it. We have this man, he's bleeding, he's suffering, and he says he's a king, but his kingdom is the kingdom of truth. So what did Pilate? Pilate was confused. He said, truth, how can truth have power? What is the power of truth? So eventually we know that Rome fell, but Jesus conquered the world. Why? Because truth conquered the world. So Jesus was truth. He came to tell us the truth. 他告诉我们真理，他的真理现在控制全世界，每一个1/3的人信耶稣基督的。So truth is more powerful, as we say. The truth is the most powerful thing in the world. You can kill the man, 你可以杀那个人, but you cannot kill the truth. Okay, so to go back to this studio, 真理电台, their job, 因为他们是天主教, what is the job of the Catholic Church? The Catholic Church is to continue the work of Christ, which is to tell people what the truth is. And what is the truth? The truth is God. Very simple. So if you say all these philosophers, the Greek philosophers, the Roman philosophers, the Chinese philosophers, and you have, for example, you have the Zhuangzi de Dai, Lao Tzu de Dai, Xin Li Jian Tai de Dao, all this Dao, the truth of the Zhenli Dao. And then this man says, I am the truth. There is only one truth, God. So if we want to know the truth, we go to Mass. Because the Mass is the truth. The Mass is Jesus Christ. He is suffering, but he is the truth. So we are when we're listening to this program, we're listening to Gui talking, and he is trying to gather his thoughts. You know what gather thoughts is? For example, if you want to talk, 你应该先把集合起来你的思想，就是 I'm thinking of breakfast， 我想吃饭，我想那个狗，我想我的朋友，我想那个什么东西。But I have to concentrate my mind on, I gather my thoughts.集合 gather, okay. And that sums up the work of Christ, because what did Christ do? He gathered the Chinese, he gathered the English, he gathered the Americans, he gathered the Africans, and he gathered them together. How? In the Mass. What he did was he used this very secret weapon, the truth. He stood there bleeding, suffering, and he said, I am the truth. And we just think that's ridiculous. How can he says, I witnessed the truth. So our lives must be, and the truth is God. Okay? So it's a very simple situation. God, Jesus, 天主教, 真理电台, 贵神父. So we are all trying. Now you can say nonsense. 你可以说胡说八道. Never mind. But anyway, that's a simple. You say, I started off, I said, we want to know what is the truth. Okay? To my simple mind, I'm a simple guy. To my simple guy, I like to see simple. Okay, what is the truth? The truth is God. God sent Jesus to tell us what the truth is. Jesus founded the Catholic Church, the 天主教, 他建立教会. The job of the Catholic Church is to tell the truth. It has to tell us what God is. And 天主教 in Taiwan is 真理电台. So there's a complete, and take us a贵神父as a priest. So there's a line, truth, 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 truth. Now, this is not to insult. Then we say, oh, you Catholics, 你们天主教, 你们觉得很了不起, 只有你们. What? I'm not. You're just. You are 贵神父，你已经开始发疯了。你觉得你认识真理的啊？我是一个和尚。I'm a monk on the mountain, and I am a monk, and I'm going kok 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 kok. Namo Amida for kok kok kok. And you say I'm talking nonsense. No, I say I'm not talking nonsense. I'm saying you're doing a great job. Keep going. I actually about this thing. What do they call it? The wooden tortoise, no? 木龟是不是? I think so. And I say, I would like to bring to the Catholic Church the mugwe, you know, I like it. I like the sound. So when I'm saying the rosary, you say, look, this is the rosary. No, this is 天主教的阿弥陀佛, you know. So I'm saying, one for Maria, cock, 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 one for Maria, cock, cock, cock. And that's okay, no problem. The cock, cock, cock is very good. The Catholics are not saying the other people. They are on the way to the truth. Everybody is doing cock, cock, cock. He does cock, cock, cock. He is doing puja. You know what puja is? Kurto puja. He's doing puja. Tasin suijao. He is a Taoist. Everybody is trying to find the truth. But I suggest that you investigate this very simple method. God, Jesus, Catholic Church, so this program is we're trying to tell the truth. But of course, we would like to have some feedback. What is feedback? F-E-E-D-back, feedback. For example, I say, this is true. And everybody got, you are talking nonsense. That's a feedback. So feedback. Now you can say, I'm talking nonsense. I'm very happy. I like to be criticized. I like being criticized. And we should all be we should be very, and that is actually what this guy Heraclitus, you know, we talk about Heraclitus' change. He said actually that it's all a question of to and fro, dialectics. He said dialectics is dialectics. What does dialectics mean? There's a later philosophy called Hegel. It's called thesis and antithesis synthesis. Zhang Fan He. Thesis, antithesis, antithesis, synthesis. In other words, you have A, B, they maybe attack each other. And then you have the two together, and that's a synthesis. Okay, so maybe you say, for example, you have east. There's a saying in England, east is east and west is west, and the twain will never meet. 有一个学人在说，东方是东方，西方是西方。The twain, T-W-A-N, will never meet. 东方是东方，西方是两个没办法结合起来。Maybe this is east is east, the west is west, and the twain will never meet. But we have to thank the Greek philosophers and the Roman army and the Chinese Zhuangzi, Kongzi, and the Kokokok. They are all working to a synthesis. This synthesis means all coming together. This is thesis, antithesis, and this is synthesis. Okay, I say A, you say B. Okay, C, A, B, C. So this is what Hegel, H-E-D-E-L, he said everything is being, non-being, becoming. Okay, 存在没有存在变相. So everything is becoming. So that's a problem. So maybe the next program we will talk about that problem, because Hegel and these people, everything is changing. So maybe the truth is changing. Maybe is the truth changing? Okay, the next program we will discuss this problem, because we all say, the Catholics say, 天主教说我是对的，基督教说我是对的，孔子说他是对的，那个毛泽东他说他是对的。Who is right? Okay, well, we just gather. Maybe we can discuss this later. And the main thing is, truth is truth. They say there is a saying in English. Truth is stronger than the Lord Mayor. 真理比市长更跳跃. Okay, we'll meet again sometime.